Okay, so Tailspin Parts has completed galvanizing of our component parts and have shipped them back to us. It's now setting in our receiving dock. So we'll go to the shipping and receiving roll page. Let's go to our arrival overview screen and specify that we want to review the outstanding POs. As we open the box and look at the associated packing slip, we've identified the purchase order number and the part. So we'll go ahead and select it for arrival and start the arrival process. Let's return to our production roll page. And notice our subcontractor POs has decreased from 16 to 15. And we'll notice our production order 5268 is no longer listed. In fact, let's go to the production order itself and review the bottom of the screen. We'll notice our outside operation, Work Center 750, has ended, and it has registered the actual cost of that operation for us. So now we're ready for the final step. Let's return to our shop, and in this case we will log in as the final work center. Here's our production order 5268. We are now in the assembly step, so we'll log in as someone in that department, highlight the job, and begin it. Now in this case, again, the person we logged in as had not clocked in for the day, so it clocked her in and also started the job. When the job's complete, we log in as Shannon again. Press the feedback button, enter the quantity that we completed, and say the job is finished. Alright, let's return to our production order and review the bottom of the screen. We can see all the steps have ended, and we can also review the actual charges against the production order, including any variance. Let's review our inventory quantity. We'll see total of 20 was received into physical inventory from our production order 5268. Alright, now that production has been completed, we're ready to ship our item to our customer. So let's return to the shipping and receiving department. And let's select the shipment screen. By pressing the New button, we are provided a wizard containing different templates we've set up for different type of shipment configurations. For example, we could have shipments set up to specific customers, such as in this example, we want to go out and look for all orders that are ready to ship for John Deere. We can also have orders set up for specific warehouses and sites. Or we could set up orders based on ship all orders for a certain route on a particular day. And in this case, it found one order, our sales order 1595 for our item R237723. Next, we can look for any shortages. If none are found, we can begin the picking process. Notice the status has changed to activated, and a picking ticket could have printed out in the warehouse to go pick this item. Or, if I'm doing it paperless, the information would show up on a handheld unit, or in this case, on my picking route screen. The picking route screen would show all orders that need to be picked. In this case, we just have the order we just created. So I'll go ahead and select this one and tell it to update it as being picked. We return back to our shipping screen. You'll notice the status has changed to picked and that it's been completed. Then our next step is actually to send it to our customer. So we will pack it on the truck, and we can print a number of different documents that we want to send. We can create a bill of lading, a shipping label that we might put on the outside of the container, and we can also send our shipment as an ASN to our customer. So let's go look at all the documents generated. Any number of these documents could have been sent to different printers throughout our company. You see at the bottom of the screen, it generated a shipping labels. As you can see here, this can be formatted any way you want, but on this one, we have a barcode on the part number as well as the quantity with the ship to and ship from information. This could be a large pallet type label that you slap on the pallet itself. We also see a bill of lading, which we requested, was generated. It also includes a barcode along with the other relevant information that goes on the bill of lading. And also the system automatically generated a packing slip which we can enclose in the cartons of the items being shipped. Now if we return to our sales order, we'll notice now the sales order has a status of delivered. And if we check the quantities, indeed all 20 have been delivered. At any time, we can always go back and reprint our packing slip and other documents, as well as see the detailed line items related to them. We can reprint the bill of lading, reprint shipments, resend the ASN. All of this is available within Dynamics AX. Now our final step is to post the invoice. We can do that individually by highlighting the desired sales order and pressing the Posting Invoice button. But what we'll probably want to do as an organization is post all the invoices for shipments sent out that day at one time. So let's return to our order processor role page and notice that I have a post invoices option off of my Links section. Here I can select all orders that went out for the day or for a period of time. So for purposes of this demonstration, I've limited the selection to just a short date range, so we only end up with a couple of invoices to post. So we notice our invoice for our order for John Deere has been included. There's the line item. So at this point, we'll just post. Now, if you recall from our discussion earlier, within the overview section, you can set up each customer to transmit documents any way you want. So, for example, John Deere may prefer to receive the invoices via email. So under print management, I would have set them up that all of their invoices go out via email. The next customer, their method could have been totally different. It could have been they require all invoices to be mailed to them. In that case, it would have printed on a printer. So here's an example of the invoice that went out to John Deere for our item R237723. And here's the invoice for the Forest Lab, which was also invoiced. Now if we return to our sales order, we'll notice the status is now invoiced. Also notice, while the customer account is 2, the invoice account is 0. This means the invoice itself will be sent to the customer related with account 0. So let's return back to our home page. So we'll put on our accounts receivable row page. So in this scenario, we received some checks in the mail today, and we need to enter these payments against the customer accounts. So we'll go into our payment journal, create a new batch, and select the Enter Customer Payments. Next, we enter the reference on the check. We select the invoice account. We can select the method of payment. And we enter the amount on the check. And finally, we select the invoice they are paying. In this case, they are only paying the invoice we just created through this demonstration. So I will check mark it. Now that we are settled, completely settled with a remaining amount of 0, we will go ahead and save this to our journal. Next, we simply post the journal. We could have also printed out a journal report and a cash report that could be taken to the bank as our deposit ticket. That completes this session.